You don't have to believe everything that you think. Now, this is going to be a very, very powerful lesson today, because what if the voices in your head that are telling you to give up, that are telling you you are not enough, what if that's just an illusion? And the thing is, you have to discern the fact of, is that me saying that? Or am I just going to be the observer to the thoughts that I'm having? Because I will say, you are going to have negative thoughts. They are going to arise, and it's up to you, my friend, to figure out whether you want to believe them or not. Because they can be very nasty sometimes. For instance, man, I struggle with that sometimes. I struggle with fear, I struggle with depression, I struggle with anxiety. And you have those days where you're on an ultimate high, and then you have days where you just feel like absolute shit. It's like your mind is just kicking your ass constantly. And when you have days like that, we have to enjoy them sometimes because we're human. I think sometimes we forget that feeling sadness or feeling depression or feeling anxiety is part of human nature. You gotta feel those things sometimes. And that's how you know you're human. And not every day is going to be perfect, and not every day is going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but it's how you respond to the mind. There was a book that I read, basically, it was like, don't believe everything you think. And it was such a great book because you don't have to believe everything you think, man. Sometimes the thoughts just come and come and come, but you have to realize you are the thinker, you are the observer. You can choose whether or not you're going to gravitate your energy to certain thoughts. So once you have this perception shift in that, you'll kind of break free. You'll break free from being the slave to your thoughts. Because when you're a slave to your thoughts, you've already lost. Because our mind doesn't know the future. It really only knows the past. So it's going to stay stuck on the past because that's all it knows. If we go through anxiety, if we go through depression, if we go through all these hardships in life, that's the only thing that the mind will focus on. And it will just keep replaying and replaying and replaying because it keeps replaying because you haven't had acceptance to your mistakes. You haven't had acceptance to your past stuff. You haven't had acceptance. So it's like you're being held back constantly, but you got to break free. You are the observer. You can choose whether or not these thoughts are going to add value to your life, and the power of thoughts is very powerful. Because if you dedicate your time and energy into something and you go after it on a day-to-day basis and you're staying like a tunnel vision kind of thing towards that goal, you'll get there. Manifestation, man, is a very powerful thing. Visualization is a very powerful thing. Bob Proctor, a very, very awesome philosopher, has always talked about it's like tuning into a frequency. It's the highest frequency that a human can evolve to. When you're in a mindset of prosperity and abundance and blessings and gratitude, it's powerful. Heaven and hell, man, is just a mindset. It's a certain consciousness. So when you're vibrating lower and lower and lower, you're going to be at a lower vibration. In parentheses, that's hell. But when you're vibrating high in gratitude and blessings, you're in heaven. You have to choose whether to believe these thoughts or not, man. They're not real. But you'll become the victim to the negative thoughts if you constantly allow it to rule your whole life. Understand that thing hasn't happened yet. So you overthinking about it isn't going to change it. Whether you're in a relationship, you're worried about your girlfriend cheating, that's not going to change it. Whether you're going through, bad things in your life and you're thinking about situations that might not go the way you want it to go, you can't control it. But you can control being the observer. Observe the thoughts, understand they're not real, and you have the power to change your mindset. Think of your mindset like a programming system. You can code in gratitude, positivity, love, abundance, all these things. So start programming what you want out of your mind. Because if you don't, you will become a slave to the negativity and the thoughts.